What's up, guys? I'm Jed Evendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. So we've been talking a lot about, well, things I've gone through, but we focus a lot on food. Why? Well, I'm a big guy. I focus a lot on food, but also food is one of the trifectas, right? We can cover some sleep, which we will be getting into, our workouts, which we'll be getting into, but I've been focusing a lot on food because, well, a lot of the comments are about food. I think about food a lot. So let's do food. This week, I hear a lot about, well, it's clean eating and, not processed foods, calories in and calories out. Well, it's a little bit of everything and a little bit of, well, just common sense, really. All right, so we, as Americans, don't have the best options in many ways. And what do I mean by that? Well, we take in a lot of, well, processed foods. But processed foods aren't necessarily horrible for you. So this week, I've dropped some links in the description down below. Please check them out. And, I'll put them in the top pinned comment as well. This is where I got some of my information I'll be discussing today. So we keep hearing clean eating. There's so much fear mongering over, well, you better eat very clean. And that's true. You do want to eat clean, but it doesn't mean you got to cut out all processed foods. Heck, some of my favorite foods are processed. So what is a processed food? Well, a processed food, really defined by like the US FDA, is basically anything that's gone through any type of like cooking, packaging, things of that nature. So, good example, peanuts, whole shelled peanuts. If they're in a bag, they're processed because they've been removed from the plant that they've grown on, and they've been bagged, generally washed, so it's processed to get any type of germs or anything off of them before they're packaged for sale for us to consume. Other things. Used to be one of my favorites, and now I'm very lactose intolerant. Milk. Milk is processed. I bet you that one blew your mind, didn't it? Well, it's got to be pasteurized. Well, pasteurized is a form of processing. And by pasteurizing the milk, well, they take out the germs and the stuff that's really going to make you sick and ill. And they take out the curds and things like that to, well, make milk drinkable the way we like it. To things that are heavily processed. Peanut butter. You take those peanuts, you deshell them, you crush them down, you're mixing them, you got oils going in and other different things. That's a heavily processed or highly processed food. So peanut butter becomes highly processed, heavily processed in a type of food group. Now, which one's better? Personally, if I can, I go for those single ingredient foods. That's something I look for. Whole chicken breast, whole steaks. I personally buy the big loin and cut them myself. So much cheaper. Things like that. My Steam Fresh. Those are processed. They're put in a bag so you can steam them in like the microwave. But when I can, I'll buy fresh broccoli, and I got a steam pan. Fill the bottom with water, put the secondary pan on top, cover it, heat that water up, and let it steam the broccoli. Oh, so good. It also depends on how you cook it. You may be processing it yourself. What kind of ingredients are you adding? Are you adding things like butter and lots of salt? Are you adding some type of flavoring that has tons of salt in it? And yes, as humans, as Americans especially, we do like our salt. But now, single ingredient foods. Again, it's anything like fresh produce. This is time, right now, during this time of year, farmers markets. A lot of the farms in the local area here have their own little, on their property, their own little like stands that you drive up to, go down their driveway, you drive up, and you buy freshly picked vegetables and produce. It's awesome. It's amazing. You're supporting locally. You're supporting the farmer, but you're also, well, you're getting good stuff for you too. So fresh produce, single ingredient foods, things not like I went to the counter and got a bunch of deli meat, or I bought the hamburger meat with all the little things in it so I can make like burgers with like peppers and onions and barbecue sauce already in it. Whole or single ingredient foods, eggs, just scramble them up, do them hard boiled, over easy. That's a single ingredient food. It's not bad. There's also, I mean, I can name a million things, but when we talk like calories in, calories out, calculating those calories using an app like on your phone, using something like the Apple Watch, allowing yourself to see what you really bring in and trying to calculate what you're expending. When they say calories in, calories out, you want to take in less than what you're expending. That's how you lose weight. And I'm getting there. We're getting there. It takes time. Won't happen tomorrow. So I wish it would. It's going to be a minute. Or two. Five tops. Okay? But no. So when you do things, good example. I'm at work the other day, and man, I wish I'd filmed this. A buddy of mine, we have lunch together. He's actually on a second shift, but he eats lunch before he comes in, and I'm at lunch, so we have lunch together. He came in with a Chipotle bowl. Now, he's vegetarian, so his had tofu on it, but it smelled so good. So, when I came home that night, I made my own Chipotle bowl. Baked some chicken with a little bit of taco seasoning on it, made some rice, and steamed up a bunch of mixed vegetables. Put it all into a bowl, and I did add a tiny bit of sour cream and some shredded cheese, shredded lettuce. Boom. Man, you want to talk about amazing dinner, and probably nowhere near the calories. And it was so, God, it was filling. It actually went 2 days because that's a lot, you know. But it really wasn't a ton of calories. Per serving, it was only 385 calories, somewhere around there. And that was, to me, that was awesome. I made my own Chipotle bowl with good protein, good carbs, good fats, and went from there. So doing those little things, that's paying attention, understanding, learning. Learn to read the back labels of foods. The labels will tell you everything. Whole chicken breast versus something like chicken nuggets. My nephew loves chicken nuggets, so we always have a ton in the house. I mean, the label is, holy crap, look at all the ingredients. Or I can buy a chicken breast, chunk it up myself, throw it in the air fryer, maybe a little seasoning on it. You don't want a lot. You're nowhere near the ingredients, and the calories are much lower. Things like that. I love I like steamed vegetables. I don't need butter, salt, and pepper. Steam it up. I'm good to go. So doing those little things makes a huge difference. So whether you take in 2,000 calories of McDonald's burgers, it's probably like 2 burgers, or you take in 2,000 calories of good, single ingredient, low processed foods, corn in a can or cut green beans in a can. Yeah, it's processed, but it's not completely horrible. Though I do warn, check those labels. Walmart was just recently caught. There's 2 different types of corn they sell. One has a ton of calories and one doesn't because of how much salt they add. So that's what this video is about. It's about paying attention, learning, and understanding the difference between highly processed, low processed, and single ingredient foods. Guys and gals, hope you had a great week. And as always, reach on down here, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, give this video a big thumbs up. Really helps with my channel and helps distribute my channel. You can find me on Facebook, Jedediah Raymond Abendroth, and from there I'll lead you to the group I've made for this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JedFDK. And as always, if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me on any of the platforms I just mentioned, then please send me an email, bmfjed@gmail.com. Alright guys, gals, hope you have a great week. I will see you soon. And as always, stay fit, stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Peace.